Everybody asks the same question: will AI take my job? Wrong question. The better question is, what if it keeps your job alive just long enough to make it miserable? Maybe AI does not replace you, maybe it demotes you, maybe it keeps you just useful enough to supervise the machine, just accountable enough to take the blame, and just replaceable enough to lose your leverage. Welcome to the future. You're not the boss, you're not even the expert, you're the assistant. Maybe you rage quit the old job. Maybe you got displaced. Maybe the skilled work dried up. Maybe the middle started collapsing. So now you land somewhere people used to call safe. Retail, fast food, service work. But the machine is already waiting there too. That is the trap. You did not escape the AI economy. You just changed floors inside the same building. The new boss does not need a tie. It does not need a clipboard. It does not need to yell because the AI system already tracks everything. Your speed, your accuracy, your upsell rate, your error rate, your schedule, your customer interactions, your labor cost per hour. The machine does not just help run the store, it becomes the nervous system of management. And if management sees you through the machine, then eventually the machine becomes management. This is where AI starts to dehumanize the worker. Not by turning you into a robot, by forcing you to behave like one, faster, more consistent, more trackable, more compliant, less judgment, less slack, less humanity. The machine does not want you to think like an owner. It wants you to perform like a clean input in a controllable system. That is the humiliation, not just low status, programmable status. The pattern keeps repeating. The machine takes the clean work, the repetitive work, the optimized work, the scalable work, and the human keeps what is left. The mess, the complaints, the exceptions, the late order, the broken machine, the angry customer, the refund, the gap between the perfect dashboard and the actual world. So the AI gets the productivity story, and the worker gets the chaos. Humiliation is not just losing money, it is losing agency, losing craft, losing pride, losing authorship, losing bargaining power, and keeping responsibility without control. The humiliation is not that the machine exists. The humiliation is that you stay there to check its work while pretending you're still the expert. You are still there, still responsible, still measurable, still replaceable, but less powerful than before. That is a very modern kind of degradation. Fast food matters because it is not just fast food, it is the prototype. It is where algorithmic scheduling, labor tracking, upsell optimization, order automation, and performance measurement all get stress tested on people with the least leverage. If it works here, it spreads. Retail, warehouses, call centers, support desks, service counters, back office work. Eventually, white-collar jobs start looking the same. Different clothes, same logic. The machine decides, the worker absorbs. And once your work becomes machine-mediated, your leverage drops, because management can compare you more easily, time you more easily, benchmark you more easily, replace you more easily. The machine does not need to replace every worker. It only needs to make every worker easier to squeeze. That is how power shifts. Quietly, efficiently at scale. Maybe AI does not replace you. Maybe that is the point. Maybe it keeps you just valuable enough to supervise the machine, just accountable enough to take the blame. Just replaceable enough to lose your leverage. AI was supposed to be your assistant. The real question is how long before you become its bitch. That is the future a lot of people are walking into. Not mass unemployment on day one. Employment without dignity, work without leverage, responsibility without control, and a machine behind the counter, behind the dashboard, behind the schedule, behind the script, slowly teaching the worker what their new role really is. Not the expert, not the creator, not even the decision maker. The assistant